Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's VMP here, back with a little more Perisno. And it is time again for another faction to fall before our hands. So, it's been very long since the last episode in terms of game time. I think close to 2 years in game. And that has resulted in us getting 63 charisma. The rest of our stats have gone up a little bit, not a ton though. But for whatever reason, we got, let me see, what do we have at the end of last episode? We must have gotten close to like 20 charisma since last episode. It's something crazy like that. Our leadership now is maxed out at 15. 15 fucking charisma. And that boosts our party size up all the way to 716. And if you look at this this army, it is pretty freaking beastly. 285 of our household guards, 225 of our Lintorn Crimson Rangers, and, you know, another 195 Gelderin Dukes just to keep our morale in check. We're looking pretty beastly. And if you thought that those Crimson Rangers were it, 225, that's a lot of them, right? That's a ton of them. We've got another, let me see here, another 100, nearly 175 sitting there, so we've got about 400 in total. And for a little bit of reference, because I don't think a lot of you guys know, if you haven't played this mod before, the Crimson Rangers are some of the hardest units in the game. Ooh, shit, they're sieging Bulgan. Oh, feisty. They're one of the hardest units in the game to train up. In fact, when we had a whole bunch of them, because I had about 500 of the Lintorn Rangers there. Ooh, I wonder if they'll run away from us. Kinda. Look how many dudes they have. And this isn't even close to their full army. It's kind of scattered. So they're going to attack that with we've got 2,000. They've got a lot of troops here, don't they? It might be a little fun to take this on, see what happens. We got 716. How outnumbered could we possibly be? How outnumbered could we possibly be? Well, if we attack them... Ooh, do you want to join us? Is this an honorable dude? Oh, he's marshal. Oh, surrender or die. Ooh, okay, 3,000, huh? That's a bit much, isn't it? I don't know if we want to... Oh, outnumbered 5 to 1? That's a lot. I mean, we got some beastly dudes right now. We got some beastly dudes. Fuck it, we're going to try. We're going to see just how hard it is. Renown value for this battle is 212. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, 88 of us against 290 of them. Yeah, this might be a bit much for us to try to take on. Like, I think we might win it, but I'm gonna have to go back and buy a whole bunch more of our, what are they called? No, the household guards. Shit. But yeah, so anyways, training them up, we had between Ericanus, Dietrich, about halfway, finally leveled up to level 49, and so he was high enough that his trainer skill actually applied to, the Rangers, who were level 48. And I think someone else. I think High Dragon Priestess Kavakis. She was also a high enough level to train them up. They were training up 70,000 experience a day, and that still wasn't enough to level 1 up every single day. So that means that per Ranger, per Lintorn Crimson Ranger, it took over 70,000 experience, probably close to like 75, 80,000 experience just to train one of them. And holy shit, we're getting our asses kicked here. What's going on? Our household guards are not doing so well. I guess we are pretty heavily outnumbered. Yeah, might be time for us to just get on out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, whatever. If they take Bulgan, so be it. We can take it back. This at least has them distracted for the time being. Whoop. Let's run. So yeah, 75,000 experience apiece. Can you imagine how long that would take to do that by battle? Good God. And that's why I think we can't... And so those guys are level 48, training up to whatever the Crimson Rangers are. Now I think you guys are starting to understand why there's no way for us to train up Paladins of Faith, because the Templars of Faith start out at level 60. And you guys know that the levels get exponentially higher, the amount of XP it requires. So if the Crimson Rangers take 70,000, 75,000, 12 hires later, 12 levels higher, what is that going to be? I mean, I gotta think that it's going to be, I don't know, a million? Might be a couple million just to level up one Templar of Faith. Who knows? But yeah, let's take some towns here. So I've taken a lot from them, and I still got a decent amount to go. So I think today my goal is going to be to take like a couple of the different towns that we haven't really seen before. So I don't think we've seen Crane. Maybe Iliastai. Maybe we'll take on Iliastai instead. And then I want to take down one of the dwarf towns. And then we'll call it a day. I'll finish them off in between episodes. And then we'll be back hopefully sometime this weekend. Hopefully this weekend I'll have time. And we're going to finish off the series taking down the Realm of the Falcon. So let's head over to Iliastai. Check them out. See what they got going on. If I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we got a decent amount of cash right now because I finally went around the map and collected our earnings from everywhere. I don't know if you can count the digits there. That is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 figures right there. 31 million, and I didn't even take our money outside of our treasuries. That's 31 million we got on cash. We just carry that around in case, you know, we want to splurge a little bit. If we want to buy 3,100 household guards, just in case we want to. That's how much money that is. It's absolutely insane. And that was actually a while ago, so yeah, we already have about 400,000 in each of the towns again. So we are loaded. Okay, Iliastai, 1,900, huh? Okay, I see you. I see you. I mean, it's not enough. It's not enough to stop us, but I see you. Okay, sweet. It's one of these ones. So we are gonna put these guys right here. Put these guys right here. And put these guys in front of them. And we're just gonna see what the fuck happens. This is gonna be bloody. It's gonna be real bloody, I'm sure. So I changed the difficulty settings again. We went all the way up. All the fucking way up. 149%. I'm pretty sure this is as high as it can go. I don't know of any other things that would make it any more difficult. We got battle size maxed, fastest combat speed, highest combat and campaign AI, damage to friends and players on normal. Yeah. I don't think I've ever played a game on this high of a difficulty before, but look at that kill feed. We're still killing it though. We're still killing it. They're not ready for us. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting playing on this difficulty level. Because at some point, I want to get into multiplayer. I want to start playing some multiplayer. I've been seeing a lot of that. And so I think the changes that I've made, like increasing the damage all the way up, turning on auto-blocking, I did that a couple months ago. I did that a while ago. But all those changes are really helping me out. That way, when I do try to start to play multiplayer again, it's really not going to be as bad. Because in the past, when I played multiplayer, I just stuck to, you know, using ranged weapon, using bows and crossbows, because I'm good with those. Those skills don't really change too much single player to multiplayer, but it's it's everything else that's way different. One thing I do know I need to learn how to do is learn how to parry and stuff like that. Kind of the more advanced stuff. If I really want to be able to dominate on the multiplayer scene. So we'll see. I mean, I can hold my own right now. Don't get me wrong, I can hold my own, but I don't want to hold my own. I want to be out there taking 2 or 3 dudes on a time. I want to be, oh shit, as we get wiped out trying to get past these dudes. But, you know, I want to be able to go on there and do what we do in this series. That might be a little, that might not quite be possible, but, you know, still like to try. Still like to try. Alright, so, where are the guys spawning in for this one? Looks like over here somewhere. I'm sure our dudes will get this. Problem is with these sieges is it takes so freaking long. 1,900 troops to grind through. We're only 200 into it, so I'm not gonna show you guys this. As soon as our boys get a stable foothold on the wall, we'll just go ahead and pause the recording. We'll be back. We might actually be able to take out like three towns this episode. It's probably not gonna be a super long episode, even though it's gonna take me forever to record. I'm starting this around 2:30 because I've spent the last 2 hours or so taking the other castles of the Draharan Empire. So, it's going to be another late night for me. That's fine. That's fine. I don't have work until 3 tomorrow, so I can sleep in if necessary. So, it looks like our boys are getting in here. They're going to be fine. So, we will be back in a sec. Ooh, baby. Look at that kill feed. Looking real nice. It's fading off the screen. That one actually went by pretty quick. And by pretty quick, I mean... oh shit, I didn't even start my stopwatch. Okay, I have no long how long this episode's been going. Whatever. I went upstairs, got myself a little snack, came back down, and the siege ended. Ah, look at that. Very nice. How many did we lose there? 72? Okay, 72 for taking out 1900 just about. And we're on max difficulty? I'll take it. Who the fuck are you? Oh, you're good-natured. Oh. Yeah, hey, welcome aboard. Welcome to the squad, the winning team. Alright, they've actually got some really sweet units here. Like some of I think these are like some of the best Realm of the Falcon units you can even get, so we'll pick him up. Besides the Renweirds, I think the Renweirds maybe edge these guys out a little bit. But regardless, they're all very nice. Okay. Well, they'll go into... Ooh, yes! Oh my god! You guys have no idea how long I've been looking for a better version of the Assassin Sword. Holy shit! Finally! My prayers have been answered! Seriously, guys, I have been looking for one of these for so long. Like, I probably spent an hour straight refreshing, fast-forwarding time, looking. I spent, like, at least an hour on the Mystic Merchant, never saw one. Spent at least an hour going through all the different Draharan towns and whatnot looking for one. Could never find a better version of it. And we finally got one. Holy shit. +3 damage, +3 speed. It's not much. I'm just happy to have it, though. I'm just happy to have it. Oh, shit. Thank God. Alright. Anyways. Moving on. Who are we giving this to? What about the new guy? The new guy that just joined us. Where's he at? Duke Nicandros? Take it, my man. Take it. Okay. So, I guess... we're doing pretty fine on food. Yeah, I'm used to buying tons and tons of food because, like, in between episodes, I literally just sit there and fast forward time. And, when you have, 500 Elven Rangers that you're training up, plus, another 100 Dukes just to keep morale up, you go through food super fucking quick. There we go. I don't know why I'm still collecting prisoners and selling them. They're not, 50 grand to us is like, absolutely nothing, but whatever. Okay, earliest die is ours. Where do we want to go next? Where do we want to go next? Amarna, I feel like we've seen that one before. Arish, Crane, we might have seen those. Maybe let's take the 2 dwarven ones. Let's go over there. We haven't seen that before. And that'll give us a little time to heal up before the next one. Do we want to go back and pick up some more household guards? Might not be a bad idea. We're a little low. Tell you what, well, yeah, we'll quick head back on over here. No problem. So, guys, I had something happen a couple days ago. Couple days ago? Might have only been like a day or two ago, actually. It was a first for me on the channel, and that was having someone that I know from like my own life, specifically from my high school, recognize me in one of my videos. And I'm not talking about like Christian, Nick, Sean, Dan, like those guys. I'm talking about someone who I've never told about this channel. Who, we knew each other, we weren't really, like, close or anything like that, who recognized me and was like, he actually left a comment, and he was like, that moment when you realized you went to high school with VMP. So, shout out to, Steven. How you doing, buddy? That was actually really cool to see. That was really cool. I mean, the chances of that are, like, they have to be astronomically, well, not astronomically low, but pretty freaking low, right? I mean, I only have... what, 7,000 subscribers out of all the people in the world? It's a little it's a little unlikely that it'd be someone that I would know, let alone someone that I went to high school with. But that's really cool though. So I'm glad you're watching, man. Maybe we'll have to chill sometime. Didn't know that you were into Mountain Blade or anything like that. But I guess, it's not really something that really comes up in general conversation. I don't know, it's interesting, because I feel like whenever I bring up Mountain Blade to most of my friends, none of them have ever heard of it before. But, it has such a great following. There's gotta be some people. They're just hiding. They're in the closet. The Mountain Blade closet, that's what's going on. So what else? My friend Jenna finally made it back. She's been on a summer abroad trip in Italy for like the last month and a half, 2 months, basically all of summer so far. So she finally made it back, so we hung out for the first time. She got me a real nice Italian leather belt, so I'm looking forward to that. The only problem is I don't know if I have anything that is of similar quality to wear it with. But hey, we'll worry about that later. Right now, we'll appreciate the belt. Karnoth. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? How does Karnoth, a town they more recently took over, have more than Uliastai, their capital, that they've had the entire game? What about Dwalnor? Is that going to be the same? Fuck me. 1800. Okay, let's do this one. It's a ladder castle. Awesome. Oh, man. It's gonna be like something similar where I'm gonna have to after I finish recording, just go upstairs and chill for a little bit, watch some YouTube videos. That's what I have been doing. I don't know why, but for whatever reason I've been getting caught up in all the drama with like I don't know if you guys know them or not, but the Paul brothers, Logan and Jake Paul. It's kind of embarrassing to say it. They're kind of like, yeah, I don't know. This might be overstated. They're kind of like the Kardashians of YouTube right now. They both started out on Vine. I'm a fan of Logan. Logan's a funny dude. He used to be like a college athlete or whatnot, and then started making Vines. Got, you know, kind of famous online from all that, and has recently branched into YouTube and got like over 7 million subscribers within like a year, not even. So what they've done is pretty fucking incredible. I don't know, they're beefing and whatnot, so I got caught up into the rabbit hole of watching all that shit. Yeah, like I said, it's a little embarrassing, just a little bit. Let's let our household guards just shoot at them for a while. I don't mind this. They're doing a pretty good job, getting a lot of kills in. Oh yeah, already have nearly 200. I was watching a lot of that actually last night when the same time that all the cryptocurrencies markets were dying. Blood red is horrible. I mean, I've mentioned this before in some of the episodes. I've invested pretty heavily into one of the cryptocurrencies, the second biggest one, Ethereum. And yesterday was not a good day. It was not a good day. I think I've mentioned this before, but it went all the way up from the beginning of this year. It was at $8 per ether. Went all the way up to $420 at June. And so, I will say this much. I was not so stupid to buy them at the peak. I didn't buy it at $420. Blaze it. I didn't buy it then. I waited for it to drop, and it dropped all the way down to $300. So then, it started leveling out a little bit, so I was like, alright, now's my time to buy in, and then it'll probably go back up after this. That's how just the cryptocurrency markets generally work, is big cycles of booms and then crashes. I was wrong. Did not go back up. It went actually down for a while into the, mid 200s. It went back up, it went back down again. Still nothing too crazy. Up until recently, when it has dropped in the last couple days from like 240 to at one point last night I saw it in the 170s. So yeah, that was not a good day. Not a good day. A lot of people out of a lot of money. Although, theoretically, if you look at it, you haven't lost any money until you sell it off. Until you consolidate your losses, you haven't actually technically lost it. Because I still own the ether. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to be holding on to it. I do have faith that the price will go back up. It's just a pretty brutal freaking drop right now. Kind of depressing to watch. I'm not freaking out too much about it. There's a lot of people that are freaking out about it, and I think that's kind of contributed to why it's gone down so much, is people are like, oh shit, this is going down to zero. I'm gonna lose everything. Better sell right now. And no, it's not gonna drop down to zero. It's been gaining a lot of traction in like governments and whatnot worldwide. We're actually looking at it. And it's been widely regarded as the cryptocurrency with the best technology behind it. Cryptocurrencies are very, very complicated thing, like, technologically to understand. I fully admit that I do not completely understand them whatsoever. I'm trying to get there, but there's, from what I can understand, there's a whole lot that you can do with Ether that you can't do with really anything else right now. And the guy behind it, who made it, I think his name is Vitalik or something like that, he's really active with the community and whatnot, and they're constantly improving it. So, I don't know. I was like, you know what? That's good enough for me. I'm going to drop some money. I'm going to invest in it. And, not really seeing any returns yet, but, hey, I'm holding strong. I'm holding strong. Who knows? Maybe a couple years from now, I'm going to look back at this and be like, oh, it was a great decision. Look at this. The cryptocurrency markets have really taken off. They're huge. And I got in, not at the basement floor, but pretty early on, relatively speaking. Or I'm just going to look back and be like, yep, there goes $4 grand. Never going to see that again. But hopefully, you know, hopefully a couple years from now, $4 grand is going to be, you know, not that big of a deal. It's going to be like, it sucks to lose that much, but it's not the end of the world. And that's the most important thing you got to remember with, like, this kind of stuff, is that only play around with, only invest in risky decisions what you can afford to lose. And that's what I did. I don't, you know, this $4 grand is basically what I've made thus far this summer. So it's a lot of money for me. It's a lot of work, a lot of 50, 60-hour work weeks that went into it. But if I lose it, it's not the end of the world. It'll be a very, very rough lesson learned for certain, but it's not the end of the world. Let's put our archers in over there, see if they can make it in. These guys are actually not doing too bad of a job at defending us. Apparently I already used my heal. Speaking of which, ever since we got all that charisma, our heals are now at over 100%. So I don't think it takes their hit points to over 100%, but it does do a complete heal every time. Where's this dude at? I'm worried about arrows coming from one end and him backstabbing us. But yeah, all of our morale boosts, you know, give all of our troops complete heals. It'd be cool if that extra percent, it actually put their hit points up over the limit. That'd be dope. I'm like 90% sure that's not what happens. 90% sure. Tell you what, let's leave these guys. Follow me. Follow me! I love this feature. I had no idea this thing existed for the longest time until one of you guys told me about it. Press the minus key? Yeah, I guess it's kind of the minus key. And like all the nearby troops follow you, and you can, or not even just follow, you can command them. It's perfect. It's awesome. Do you guys have arrows? They do. Oh, perfect. Fire at will. Firing squad. I want you to eliminate them. I've noticed, like, the tactics in this really, really are important when it comes to placing these archers. When I get the Crimson Rangers into proper positioning, oh, the siege ends so quickly. They just demolish. Are these guys out of arrows? They are out of arrows. Oh, shit. Well, oh, look at these guys are finally getting here. Well, I guess you guys can just charge in then from here. Right? You guys will go in? Nice. Okay, that works. God, we gotta be more careful of our hit points here, because we got some of the best armor in the game. We got a ton of freaking hit points, but when you're on max difficulty and taking lots of damage, it sure goes away quick. Sure goes away quick. I was trying to think actually, what is the hardest run in Mount & Blade that you could try to go for? Like, what would be super difficult? Because a bunch of you guys have, like, told me or suggested that oh, damn, I got taken out. Suggested that I do different runs on here before. Like, Prophecy of Pandora, but only use two-handed weapons, no shields, which that would suck. Or, don't use a horse, do a Menheim playthrough. No horses for Prophecy of Pandora, that'd be even worse. But then I was thinking, what would be the most painful one to do? And on one hand, you got like the one-man army ones, where you're not allowed to have any troops or any heroes. It's just you fighting. Okay, that's pretty difficult. I'll give you that much. It's pretty difficult. Even worse than that. Actually, yeah, might actually be worse than that. Playthrough, Prophecy of Pandora, highest difficulty, and you are not allowed to use any weapons. Not allowed to use any shields. Armor? Should you allow them to use armor? No, not even armor. Fuck it. Not even armor for making the most difficult one. Only troops. You're only allowed to use your troops. And I guess you can try to fight by yourself and just use your fists when you're naked, but you know, Prophecy of Pendor, that's not gonna go too well for you. I don't care, especially on max difficulty. You're gonna get one-shotted by everybody. Even the peasants are gonna be beasting and feasting on you. Yeah. Can you imagine trying to do that? Oh god, you'd go insane. You'd actually go insane. I wonder how long that would take you to do. I mean, it actually wouldn't be impossible if you could use your own troops. That's the thing. That actually makes me wonder, what would be more difficult? Have a playthrough where you're essentially just relying on troops, you can't fight yourself, or a playthrough where you're not allowed to have any troops, you just have yourself. Obviously, I would probably like the one where we just have ourselves. I could do that. You guys know, I already rely on basically just myself when it comes to playing these. Holy shit, we almost beat this whole siege already. Wow, this one was actually pretty quick. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see the comments. I'm not saying I'm doing this. I'm just saying it'd be interesting to try. Maybe something we could attempt on stream or something like that. But good God, I can't even imagine a series like that. Oh, I'd hate myself. I would hate myself. Okay. Yeah, we don't need these dudes. We don't need these dudes. Get out of here. What I got here? Some random... Okay. Some random loot. Nothing too crazy. Thick golden tower shield. Thick! Thick with 2 C's, baby! Alright. Well, I think we might go ahead and end this one off here. Do we want to give this to anybody? Does anyone deserve this? I've been trying to give out some of our fiefs to some lords that didn't like us as much. I don't know how well that's really worked. Most of them still don't really like us, but at least they don't hate us anymore. A lot of them actually freaking hated us for a while. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this one off here. It's already well past 3. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'm gonna plan on finishing off Drahara in between episodes. Really, probably is not gonna take me too much longer. It's just, I mean, I'd be probably up to like 6 a.m. And I'm not trying to do that to myself. If I wanted to finish them off tonight. So I'm gonna finish off Drahara. Actually gonna try and let Realm of the Falcon take Falcon Claw back. It looks like they might be doing that right now. And that way, we'll be able to take on the Realm of the Falcon as they were intended, with their full force. They're going to have a lot of heroes left, or a lot of lords left by the end of this. But anyways, as always, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think about this series and all the rest of the series we got going on right now. And as always, take it easy, guys.